So, how's it going, comic book fans? So, this is part 4 of Avengers Assemble, as I call it. Previously on parts 1, 2, and 3, I talked about the Hulk, Captain America, and Iron Man. So, now I'm going to talk about the group itself, the Avengers. We all seen the movie Avengers, so now I want to show a few comic books that I have in my collection that are pretty valuable. There's a few Silver Age and a few early Bronze Age comics that I want to show you guys. I got kind of a big collection of Avengers comics, so I'm going to take a few minutes to show you guys what I got. So this is for all you Avengers fans out there who like Avengers like I do. Well, there's some characters I do not like all the time, but I do have some cool Avengers comics I want to show you guys. So the earliest adventure that I got in my collection is Avengers Number 37. This is very good to find. Like it's a 3.0 to 5 out of 10 on the scale. It's about a $30 to $50 comic as it stands. So in this issue, the Black Widow assists the teams to capture one of the bad guys in here. She's not technically an Avenger yet. She becomes an Avenger later on in the series. In Avengers 111, which unfortunately I don't have. But, so that's kind of important key note about this issue. Black Widow does not appear in this issue, but she's not technically an Avenger yet. So, this is Avengers 37, 1967, so it is a Silver Age comic. So, the next one I want to show you guys is Avengers 39, another Silver Age comic that I have. It's about a $20 to $30 value as it sits. It's kind of pretty cool. There's lots of Avengers in here. All your favorites are in here, so pretty cool. As you can see, there's some spine ticks and everything. So it's not the best condition, but it's still highly collectible because it is Silver Age comic. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm lucky enough to have 2 copies of it. So I bought these in the Silver Age collection a while ago, so I'm happy to showcase them. So now we're jumping into the Bronze Age collection, into more the 70s era. So this is Avengers 136. It's a little better condition. It's about a $10 book as it stands. Let me check my notes here. There is lots of reprints of these stories in trade paperbacks, so you can find these stories in trade paperbacks. They're usually collections of the lower print runs, because this is volume 1. The volume's now done, so there's a lot of reprints for these stories. So if you can't afford the issue, then get the reprint. That's what reprints are for, is to the collection of other stories. So this is another cool one. This is another 70s. Love the cover. The artwork's pretty good for these older ones. So another really cool Avengers comic I have is Avengers 150. It's another high-grade copy. Again, it's not really high value. It's about $10 to $15. But this is issue 150, which is pretty cool. As you can see, it's a new team in this Avengers comic. So pretty fun one. It's pretty cool. So again, we're heading into the early 80s with these Avengers comics now that they're getting up there. So yeah, I love the Avengers. Now this is a newer team from what I showed you way back in the beginning. As you can see, there's 2 different team incarnations. The Avengers goes through a lot of different characters over the years. So this is just a different, and this has the Vision in the corner of it. So pretty cool. These are all fairly collectible. These lower number ones, you can still find them on eBay, but if you can't find them, then get the trade paperbacks. They're pretty cool. They're good reads. So this is Avengers 155. Again, the Beast appears in this one along with Neymar. So again, the Avengers go through different incarnations. So who is your favorite Avenger? Is it one of these guys here on my shirt, or is it somebody else who hasn't appeared yet? So again, this is another $5 to $10 book. It's about 3 to 5 on the scale out of 10, or very good to good on here. So there is unfortunately a couple of spine ticks on here, but still pretty cool. These are all very collectible. They're good condition comics, and again, they're late 70s, so they're early Bronze Age, so which makes them collectible. So this is from 1978. I was 3 years old when this comic came out, so for this being a 40-year comic, this is in pretty good condition, I think. And I love the action on this. I love it that the Wonder Man versus the Vision, two Avengers fighting against each other. Wonder Man eventually becomes a good guy, and he does get his own series in the 90s, but still, this is really awesome and very cool. Highly collectible. The stories in here are very good. So we're going through the some early Bronze Age comics here. This is 1978, issue 157. Again, the artwork for these early Avengers are awesome. And these are, I'm going to say, in the like $5 to $10 range. So if you can afford that, you can, I say, pick these up. You might be able to find them in your comic book store. If you're lucky enough to have a back issue with a comic book store that has a back issue, check them. You never know. If you get a lower grade comics in there, I say pick them up, because that's what I do. I'll pick these comics up if I can. So Avengers 157, 1976. Again, the artwork for these are all pretty cool. There's a new villain in this one, so check it out. They're pretty good. So Avengers 199 is your next one. This is now we're going into 80s. This is 1980. So, but still Bronze Age comics, pretty cool. So, yes, these are just some cool ones in my collection that I've had for a long time. So, like I say, I did before. It was a lot easier to buy comics from the States way back in the even a few years ago, but now it's not so easy because you have to pay for your to get your comics through FedEx, which is not cool by any means. So going into earlier Avengers 238, another cool on the Vision, and yeah, so love these covers. They're cool. So I know all you guys have seen the Avengers and probably the Black Widow. I missed that movie, which I'm glad I did, because they made that movie a little bit too late in my view. They should have made it right after the third Avenger, but for some reason they held off on that. So Avengers 238, it's about a $3 to $5 book. So there you have it. There's some cool Avengers in my collection that I'm happy to showcase, and my Avengers box. And I'm wearing Avengers shirt. So we all know the Avengers. We all love the Avengers. So there's some cool comics and some cool covers from the Avengers. So I'm going to leave it with you guys. Who's your favorite Avenger? Do you collect the Avengers? Or do you collect any of the single heroes that are out? So that's what I do. I did collect a bunch of Avengers comics, and I'm very happy to showcase them for you. So be on the lookout for next Thursday, for Ventures Thursday, as we take a look back from comics throughout the decades, as I call it, starting with some 50s and 60s comics that I have in my collection. Not just Marvel, but through different variations of years through the comics. I'm going to call this Comics Through the Decades for Vintage Thursday. So I'm going to start with late 50s, early 60s, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys next Thursday. But this next weekend, I will be going to the comic book store, and on Sunday, I'll show you guys new comics that I get. I'll probably drop them in 2 different videos, so be on the lookout for that. So exciting stuff coming up. As always, hit like and subscribe on my page, and you'll get notified when there's new videos. Thanks, everybody. Let's have fun. Let's talk about Avengers, and what's your favorite Avengers movie. Thanks, everybody.